In 1925, a man stole 1% of an entire country's GDP. But he didn't dig a tunnel, and he didn't use a gun. He was a failed chicken salesman who tricked the government into printing real money, just for him. He didn't just want to rob the bank, he bought the bank. He bought the police. He nearly bought the whole of Portugal. And for a terrifying moment, he actually succeeded. This is false prophets, where the biggest crimes weren't committed with guns, but with paper, promises, and belief. Lisbon, 1924. The economy is rotting, but Alves dos Reis sees an opportunity in the decay. He isn't a violent man. He's a failed engineer who dropped out of school to sell chickens. But he has one dangerous talent. He can make ink lie. He starts small. A forged diploma from Oxford University. It works. He gets a government job repairing railways in Angola. He isn't qualified, but he learns the most important lesson of his life. People don't check the paperwork if the seal looks expensive enough. He realizes that counterfeiting money is for amateurs. It's hard work to replicate a banknote plate. Reis has a revelation. Why try to fool a shopkeeper with a fake bill? It's easier to fool the company that prints the money. He drafts a contract authorizing a private loan for the colony of Angola. He signs it not with his name, but with the forged signature of the governor of the Bank of Portugal. The notary is fake. The letter is fake, but the ambition is very, very real. Reis packs his suitcase. He isn't going to a back alley print shop. He is going to London. Reis walks into the offices of Waterloo Sons, the prestigious British firm that prints Portugal's currency. He doesn't look like a crook. He looks like a savior. He spins a story of a secret loan to save the colony. It has to be secret, he whispers, to avoid political panic. Sir William Waterloo, the company president, bites. He sees the official seals. He doesn't see the con. He fires up the presses. They aren't printing counterfeits, they are printing real money, 500 Escudo notes using the official plates. The only crime is that nobody in Portugal asked for them. The scale is industrial. Trunks arrive in Lisbon, not suitcases. Trunks. They are stuffed with 200,000 banknotes. Nearly 1% of Portugal's entire GDP is sitting in Reis's living room. He faces a new problem. How do you spend a fortune without raising eyebrows? He buys a palace. He buys a fleet of taxis. He buys jewelry for his wife that would make a queen blush. But the cash keeps coming. So, he does the unthinkable. He applies for a charter to open his own bank, the Bank of Angola and Metropole. It is the ultimate laundromat. He deposits the illegal cash into his own bank, then lends it out to real businesses. He begins buying stock in the Bank of Portugal, the very institution he is robbing. He wants a seat on the board. If he gets it, he can retroactively approve his own fraud. He is one signature away from making the crime legal. But a heist this loud wakes the neighbors. The newspaper, Escudo, notices something odd. A new bank giving out low-interest loans with no clear source of funding. They run an editorial headline, "Where does the money come from?" Reis tries to buy the silence, but the whispers reach the Bank of Portugal. They send an inspector to a vault in Oporto. The investigation is routine until the inspector spots a 500 Escudo note. He checks the serial number. Then he checks the ledger. He pulls another note from a different pile. The serial numbers match. That is impossible. Real currency is unique. He finds another pair and another. The room goes cold. There are duplicates everywhere. The system hasn't just been breached. It's been cloned. The police raid the Bank of Angola. They find unauthorized notes stacked to the ceiling. Reis is arrested on a ship returning from Angola. He doesn't fight. He knows the math finally caught up with him. The perfect crime has collapsed under its own weight. The fallout is nuclear. The Bank of Portugal declares all 500 Escudo notes invalid. Overnight, thousands of innocent people lose their savings. Panic tears through the streets. The economic chaos destroys faith in the democratic government. 2 years later, the military stages a coup, paving the way for the dictatorship of Antonio de Oliveira Salazar. Rey spent 20 years in prison, but his real legacy wasn't the theft. He showed the world that money is nothing more than a shared illusion. It only works if we all agree to believe the lie. And once the ink smudges, the illusion is gone forever. They say numbers don't lie, but in the hands of the right man, they can tell any story you want to hear. If you want to see how easily the world can be fooled, hit the subscribe button. This is False Prophets. Trust no one.